What are we doing here, Max?
I keep getting whiny memos about the giant robotic Abraham Lincoln who's rampaging through Washington, enslaving the populace. I guess we'd better do something about that.
I'm glad we took this time to talk, Max.
Keep in touch, Sam. I mean that.
Look, Max, in the White House garden pond. It's Jimmy Two Teeth.
We often allow lobbyists to use the pool, Sam.
Jimmy's a lobbyist now? What's he lobbying for? Cheese interests?
Affordable health care for the aged and underprivileged, Sam. He's a lot more multifaceted than you give him credit for. Where are we going, Sam?
No place. Never mind. The Civil War in the Dakotas seems to be escalating, Max.
Let them thin out the overpopulation of moose and strip malls for a few weeks, and then we'll step in.
It looks like Bismarck has fallen to the West Dakotan militia.
Oh no! That will wipe out the country's crucial snow and slush reserves!
Your compassion for your people is heartwarming, Mr. President. It's a plate of fancy cookies.
For the discriminating general with a sweet tooth and a taste for vengeance.
Hey, there's gourmet coffee, in case the idea of war makes you insufficiently jittery.
I'm plenty juiced just being in here. Let's blow stuff up.
What to do in time of war. Select target, press fire. That's all it says. These must be for the Joint Chiefs and other quasi-important hoo-has.
Nice screensaver.
Is the war room everything you thought it would be?
And more! The motivational posters were a nice touch.
You don't have to be hell-bent for wanton destruction to work here, but it helps. Just think, an entire arsenal of nuclear weapons all at our command.
It's like Christmas, my birthday, and the Book of Revelations all rolled into one!
What would you like to do now, Mr. President?
I believe the first action of any new commander-in-chief should be the violent obliteration of those who ran against him.
Should we start with Lincoln?
Let's do. Nader amuses me, so I'm saving him for last.
We've got to stop Lincoln's mind-enslaving rampage.
If only we had a stockpile of nuclear missiles at our command.
Let's get back to war.
That's music to my long, fluffy white ears.
Looks like a remote homing beacon in the frigid Antarctic.
So peaceful, so serene.
Want to blow it up?
You have to ask? Dinner special tonight? Penguin flambe.
Who would have suspected the Washington Monument is really a self-replenishing supply of intercontinental ballistic missiles?
It's good to see it used for something more useful than corny innuendo for once.
I wonder if this will have a significant impact on our delicate ecosystem.
Absolutely. My ego is bigger already.
The homing beacon to the Kremlin doesn't seem to be working. It was probably turned off in the spirit of glasnost.
More likely those lazy commie bastards forgot to change the batteries.
Lazy former commie bastards, Max. It's the distant, peaceful world of Krypton.
They mock us with their utopian society of crystal cities and absentee parents. They must be exterminated! This'll teach them to put me in the Phantom Zone. You will bow down before me! Aw.
Better pull up a chair, little buddy. Well, what do you know? Bosco was right. The government really has been targeting his store for destruction.
Won't he be glad when we tell him?
What do you say we keep this to ourselves, Max?
You're right. We don't want to ruin the surprise. Attention, Bosco shoppers. Clean up in aisle everything.
Would you look at that? Bosco's satellite defense system actually works.
Well played, Bosco. You're safe. But for how long?
There's no beacon for the missile to lock onto.
Then we'll just have to do this the slow way. Lock and load, Sam! We're off to Red Square!
Some other time, little buddy.
Where are we going, Sam?
Back to the office. I don't want to know how old that is. It's 8 years old. Poor little guy was probably heading to his 8th birthday party when he got shot, stuffed, mounted, and sold in a tacky souvenir store.
No, he's got that haunted look about him. I bet he offed himself and donated his body to taxidermy.
You see the bright side in everything, Max. I don't want to know how old that is. Sybil must have read her machine wrong. It says this tiki is only 10 years old.
I thought that price tag on the bottom looked suspicious.
I don't want to know how old that is. I don't want to know how old that is. Odd. Max, have you been dieting? I don't want to know how old that is. I don't want to know how old that is. That's weird. It says his age is burnt sienna.
That is weird. He doesn't look a day over taupe.
don't want to know how old that is. I don't want to know how old that is. This coffee is over a month old.
It's slow roasted for premium taste and maximum viscosity.
I don't want to know how old that is.
What is that? Keep that away from me.
Relax, Bosco. It only tells how old you are.
Why do you need to know that? Did someone send you to find out how old I am?
Sheesh, never mind.
That's your problem with dating, Sam. You give up too easily.
Look, stuck to the camera. That must be the homing beacon for the intercontinental ballistic missiles aimed at Bosco's store.
What was that?
He said, that must be the best price on baby wipes I've ever seen.
It's the homing beacon the government was using to target Bosco's. Ah, Brady Culture's hair. It makes for an unwieldy but oh so enchanting memento of our first case in a long while.
He howled like a sick wallaby when I shaved it off him. Good times.
This charred pile of scrap serves as a touching reminder of the fun we had at WARP-TV.
I've determined that whether for food or for sport, I just really enjoy frying things.
It's our favorite shifty card cheat, Leonard's Steak Charmer.
How you doing, Leonard? Good, good. Whee!
Ants are just like people, aren't they?
Yeah, kinda cute from far away, but really scary when you look at them through a microscope.
Greetings, subjects! Some of you have written in to suggest that we abandon this petty vendetta and get back to the business of running the country. If we do this, then the giant mechanized Robo-Lincolns will have already won. So how about you just do your jobs and stop telling me how to do mine?
Hello, constituents. This is your president. When I took office 3 years ago, I made a solemn promise to help you, the American people. Now, thanks to your collective short-term memory, I can say that I've delivered on that promise.
Where are we going, Sam?
After that rampaging Lincoln.
Yes!
My gun just isn't big enough to stop him.
Calm down, and maybe we can find you a good cabinet position.
Unacceptable!
Just as well, Max. It would cost a fortune to feed that guy.
Mr. Lincoln, pacify your soul through the magic of prismatology.
Well, you found the one thing he and I agree on.
We have you surrounded, Abe. Pull over and let's discuss this.
Lincoln smash!
He's a testy little emancipator, isn't he? Nice toss, Max. We'd better act fast before he manages to knock off the beacon.
Or choose his own back off to escape. Where are we going, Sam?
We're off to the White House.
Oh boy!
Looks like the targeting beacon is still stuck on Lincoln.
This is a pretty impressive temper tantrum, Sam. At this rate, he'll have enslaved all of D.C. and most of Baltimore by tomorrow morning.
Egads, you're right, Max. Still, I think we should stop him.
We haven't got anything better to do.
Mr. President?
Don't mind if I do.
Quick, let's go.
Shouldn't we revel a little?
We don't want to miss this.
Will all do my bidding. I am the most powerful presidential monument ever created!
Whee! That was better than feeding laxatives to pigeons on parade days.
We broke 2 presidents in one afternoon.
A personal best.
Well, it looks like the country is saved, at least from mass hypnosis. What do you want to do now?
Let's abuse my powers as leader of the free world to squeeze the middle class until they're burning their own shoes for heat.
Sounds fun, but I was thinking we could treat ourselves to some chocolate-frosted gut bombs and then have a little target practice down at the Smithsonian.
Sam, you're my best friend.
Agent Chuckles, report. Query status. Lincoln Gambit, 4-7. Query not acknowledged and acceptable timeout parameters. Error. 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 Error.